Christmas is over, and we make our descent, or I guess our transition to another year. 2024 is on its way. This is the Mark and Pires show, day 1821 in a row. Every single day since December 31st, 2018, I've been here, and we also close in on 5 years in a row live this week. That's quite a task. It's probably something that no one's ever done because it's insane. It's insane to go live every single day. I don't know why I started this streak. I really don't. I actually do. It was, I had a conversation with my brother at, I think, day 4 or 5, and he goes, you can't go every day. No one wants to see you every day. And that kind of pissed me off when I heard that. It was like, you don't know anything. You don't know what people want or need. And so that day I decided to go every day that my heart beats. So 1,821 days in a row, I've followed through with that threat to my brother. No, I'm going to go every day. I'll go every day for the rest of my life. So we are at just a few days from 5 years in a row, live, every single day, long form. It's completely insane. This would have been so much easier if when I was doing this daily variety and positivity show, which the world needs desperately right now, by the way. It would be easy if I looked and I saw thousands of people there every time I'm live. That's easy. I'm making a living at it. It's easy. I'll go every day for the rest of my life. I'm making a living at it. I've gone every day for the last 5 years and not made a penny for this. I sell real estate. That's how I make a living. I got 3 kids. I got a wife. And every day for 5 years, I've shown up here trying to put a positivity message out there. Something that could connect us. And it's been nothing but silence. It's been nothing but crickets the whole time. And we have this really amazing community of people here that has found me. And they've only found me because of people like Mark Wages, and Planet X News, and people who have spread the word about this show and appreciate this show. Mark Wages for a while, Ron Tyler, he has a link on his show, his live show, that sends people to my show. That is amazing. I love you, Ron. Thank you. Mark Wages for probably about a year, until I think some of his people were like, we get it, I was like, guys, when you're done here, you got to go get some positivity and connect on the Mark and Pires show. And so I'm pretty sure 95 to 97% of the people who do show up here every day are only here because of Mark Wages. They found me, but it wasn't because they found me because YouTube shared me. It's because a streamer who had a heart bigger than the rest of YouTube decided to say, there's something that you're missing here and you need. So I thank you, Mark Wages, for always supporting this show. I get random messages from Wage just saying, hey man, keep going. Let me know if you need anything. Like, that is real brotherhood. That's real brotherhood. Some of my best friends in the world I've met here on my show, and I haven't even met in person. Matt Zabrowski's here. 1,821 days in a row of a woohoo. Are you guys ready for it? Zabrowski, I'll throw it to you. He jumped it. Zabrowski, you jumped the point. You ask for the point, and then when I go to do halfway to the point, you're already woohooing us? That's so Zabrowski. That's so Zabrowski. So, guys, we have just a few days here of 2023. And because I've been live every day this year and been live every day for the last 5 years, this is a review time. We go over what we've discussed, what content has been created this year, and this is a live creation show. So I really cannot even go over it. I've done so many different comedy movies and scenes this year. So many songs were released this year on iTunes and Spotify, and many were not. They're just on the channel. I write songs live in the moment is based on how I'm feeling. And unfortunately, I'm feeling very negatively about the world around us, the way they treat us. And while I'm here, I'm trying to lift you up with positivity, but I have to point out what's going on in the world. I have to point it out, because if we don't, we lose everything. I heard the other day someone said, oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like that, but it'll work itself out. We still got about 100 years left in America. This is what they're saying. Oh, we still got about 100 years left. I'm like, how do you figure that? Well, because the first 300 years. I said, yes, but the first 300 years we had every country, maybe not 300 years, but for the last, who knows how many years, all the countries around the world have had to use our dollar in order to buy oil, in order to continue to be a part of commerce, world commerce. And now there are massive countries that are not using the greenback anymore. And so I said, well, how can you determine what our past and how our projections going to be in the future? You can't project what's going to happen tomorrow, especially when we know this is going on around the world. And people like me that have shown up to try to shine a light on the truth are held from you. And he's like, well, I don't understand that. I said, well, how else do you explain a guy who shows up without a script for 5 years in a row can't even get people to see him? It's either the content is so bad that people are like, this guy can't even speak. Or they don't want you to find me. They don't want you to hear the passion that comes out of my mouth every single day, out of my heart. When the world's dying, it's the people, it's the light bearers, the star seeds that you want to connect to. And when you have one that's been here for 5 years in a row and you can't even find it, you can't even locate it when you scroll for an hour, and I'm live every day for 5 years, you can't even find the live stream. I put out a community post a little while ago, said, should I quit my daily streak at the 5-year anniversary, which is December 30th of this year? Should I quit doing the daily show? Should I just do once a week? Should I just show up every Thursday or every Saturday night? And then the rest of the week, I'm focused on real estate. I'm focused on my family, and I'm just not getting smashed in the friggin' face by social media platforms that do not share creativity. They share controversy. When I do a news story about something controversial, they'll share it. When I put out words that can affect real change in this world, they throw it in a fucking hole. And I'm just sick of it. So I said, I'm sick of getting coal every single day from YouTube when I deliver for them every single day. I'm the most consistent streamer on their platform, and they don't let anybody know I'm here. How fucked up is that? So someone said earlier, I do tune in from time to time, and I really enjoy the show. But yeah, you're right. YouTube doesn't give you any love. I wish that was easy. It's an easy way of saying they don't give me any love. They literally have me running in the same spot day after day for 5 years in a row. And I'm digging so deep into this earth in that same exact location. I'm about to have a freaking face-to-face with the devil. I can't wait. I can't wait. He's been trying to get me to stop saying what I feel for 5 years. He wants me to mouth the freaking shit you guys hear in the news every day. I'm sorry. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why the 11 or 12 or 15 people that do show up, they understand, oh, I'm getting truth when I go see Mark. And I'm not getting it from the rest of the world. I'm not getting it when I tune into Channel 5. You're getting a specific narrative, which is filled with fucking horse shit. And you can feel it inside every time you hear them speak. Every time you hear those talking heads go, oh, well, I got to get another one. Oh, you got to do this one's going to work. Everything they say is a lie. And I joked, but I'm serious. If you go back and if you had the time, if you could time portal it and go back and be a part of every show since I started this, you'd be like, this is fucking Nostradamus. Everything I said came true. And it's not because I'm smarter than anybody else out there, because I've got something inside of me which burns when it's true, and it freaking feels like a sword in the heart when I hear someone lying to me in the news. And for 5 years, that's all I've heard. And so as far as I'm concerned, this is the only 100% truth show there is. Because I don't have a script. I come out here and I say how I feel. And that's the threat. Someone who speaks their mind, somebody who has a mind of their own and uses common sense to come to decisions. They don't want that. I started thinking about this simple things like, they got us, and I want to know the origin on this. They got us to lie to our children from the day they're born, essentially. That there's this freaking big jolly dude who comes down a chimney and he leaves gifts for your kids. And we start this lie at like baby. You know, they're like literally trying to open up gifts and they don't even know what the hell it is. Oh, look what you got, Johnny. And it's just like we start this whole lie from day one. And it's the devil. St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, Satan Claus. The freaking look at Santa and just switch around the T and the A in the end, and you're like, whoa, we are freaking. It's Satan Claus. And because what the essence is lie to your children from day one. I got you. I was trying to remember as a 7-year-old when I found out that he wasn't who they said he was. And I feel like I had this like moment where I was like, how freaking dare my parents lie to me about this and tell me something that wasn't real is real. And then there's like this mistrust, this distrust that all of a sudden you feel as a 7-year-old for the people you revere and love most in life. And it's like, is that the ultimate? Is to get them from day one to lie about what's real? The Easter Bunny, all this crap. And no, guys, it's because we want to keep it young and we want the kids to enjoy life because, you should keep it magical for them. Well, I started thinking about, well, what if I had said, yeah, Christmas is a really cool thing. Mommy and Daddy bought you all these freaking gifts. We have this thing, Santa Claus. It's cool. We got a couple Santas around, but every time you open up a gift, it says, love, Mom and Dad. I'm not playing the game. I'm not going to let you get in from day one, devil, Satan Claus, and get me to create some freaking myth for my children to one day say, I can't believe my parents lied to me about that. And then so here's where just step back for a second. So they get us to do that. So how easy is it for them to manipulate us on every other detail and get us to think and say and believe anything they want? We believe that Santa was real. And here's the weird part, where they're literally no, Santa's coming down the... Well, how does it come down the chimney? More lies, more lies, more lies. To the child. Oh, no, it's fantasy. No, it's a freaking lie. It's a freaking lie. And so I'm a little concerned that society let this happen way before I was born. And again, my real ultimate concern going forward is on free speech. I understand social media platforms aren't literally bound by United States constitutional law, but the government is inserting themselves and calling people like me domestic terrorists. Yeah, because I have a heart and a mind and I say what's real. That makes me a terrorist. That is the only way I can explain why my channel's been treated like this since I started. I did the Donald Trump show. It's a comedy. It's SNL. But that was a threat because within the comedy, which satire, guys, if you understand what satire is, it's based on the truth. What makes it funny is that you're finding things that are going on in the real world and you're making comedy about that. That was always appreciated until this piece of garbage who can't even speak and shuffles around the stage became our president, or was running for president, mind you, sleeping in his freaking basement, napping and pooping in a triple diaper. That... If I mention those things in the Donald Trump show, we can't let people see that. He's a domestic terrorist. What? No, I'm a comedian who points out the ridiculous and the insane in this world. And you want to pretend he's great. 4 more years. 4 more years of a bumbler? I want a guy who could speak without a teleprompter. I want one who can take questions. Not a guy who stands up to, my Aunt Judy told me how I'm pooping a triple diaper. What is this? I'm living in the Twilight Zone when you guys tune on the TV and you're like, Biden's doing really great work today. What, he didn't shit his diaper today? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure there's some people out there that love Joe Biden, and you've been lied to. For 52 years, he did nothing for this country but freaking lie in his pockets. And the corruption in that family is insane. But now I'll get pulled down for saying that. Why? For telling you the truth. But Donald Trump bad. Orange man bad. His kids are so bad. They do business with China. Yeah, a business. Doing business with a multinational business. An international business. Prior to being president of the United States, his children have worked for his business forever. They've got Trump Tower in Russia. They got Trump Tower in China. Yeah, they have them all over the world. That's not like, they're being pushed in directions by... No, it's when you're the vice president of the United States and your son's not doing business with your allies. Come on, people. He wasn't doing business with any allies, only our enemies. But no, there's nothing to see here. Joe wasn't involved. The big guy wasn't involved? Oh, okay, because you said it, right? But if you just change Hunter B to Hunter Trump, it's all we'd hear about. Hunter Trump he was a crackhead. Hunter Trump left coke at the White House. But nothing to see here. It's insane. And yes, this is why I can't be found. Because I say this stuff. And is it true? I think it's true. Even if it's not true. Why can't I say what I think is true? And if you don't like it, you scroll. I don't understand. No, YouTube says I'm a threat. Not even YouTube. The government has considered Mark inspires a threat to democracy. It's the only conclusion I could come to after the X release of all the government documents where they were pulling down platforms. I'm still suppressed to this day on X. No matter what I put out on X, no one sees. Now, Elon Musk may own it, but there are tons of people still in the hole there that he has not released. I don't know if he knows that they're in the hole or what, or if he even cares, but there are people like me that whatever they put out, it goes into a freaking abyss of nothingness. Just like YouTube, just like Facebook, just like Instagram, just like everything. Now, it's my fault because I thought comedy would be appreciated. I thought satire would be appreciated. The people who are in my chat love the Donald Trump show. It's one of the funniest shows ever created in the history of time. I know I'm saying that I'm the creator, so whatever, but go watch it. Go watch a few episodes. Here's the concept. You find really bad things that Joe Biden did throughout his 52 years, and you commentate as Donald Trump. It's freaking hilarious. Do you know how many people out there are commentating on things that Biden's done wrong or commentating on things that Trump has done wrong? Isn't it better to hear a funny impression of Donald Trump commentating on stupid stuff Joe Biden did? What? If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Are you kidding me? Sleeps over Joe. He's there saying racist things again. Winning big league. You know, like that's just funny. It's funny. And you can't find it. I put it out as a full movie a month and a half ago. What, maybe 500 views? So, I think that, I rant about these things because they really bother me. I feel like when you speak about them, they put you deeper into a hole. But if you don't speak about them, people just let them happen. And I'm sick of people allowing their freedom to be pulled away so easily. Allowing their lives to be manipulated so easily. And it could be that when I shut the negatube off 1,821 days ago, I kind of gave myself a leg up because I'm not being manipulated by them anymore. I haven't been for 5 years. I look at things that are going on based on news blips that pop up and I'm like, what the because I don't listen to CNN. I don't listen to Fox. I don't listen to NBC or whatever the other crap channels are out there because they're filled with propaganda. And they have to be because their sponsors control everything. So you need more voices that are telling you what they really think is going on. You may not agree with it, but you need to at least hear what other voices who can speak out are saying. And that's why my hope would be, whether I turn this into a once-a-week show or somehow, by the grace of God, thousands of people just start showing up when I'm live every day. The mission has always been to bring people together. And the reality is you can't do that if you can't reach the people. I bring these people together. They're awesome. But we need more. This isn't a show that's for 15 people, guys. This is a show for every soul on the planet. And I'm here for you. I'm here for every soul on the planet. But I can't ever reach you. I can't ever reach you, no matter what I put out. Positivity, music, comedy, anything. It doesn't reach people. So we've tried to change the name many times because I know my name, Mark Pires, is the real issue. I'm the threat. I'm the guy behind the name. But I ask you again, what is the threat? That I'm passionate? That I say how I feel? That I say how I see the world? I hardly swear. I mean, I've been swearing a lot more lately just because nobody sees my content anyway. So why the hell am I being so clean? You know, don't censor yourself, Mark. If you're feeling the F-bomb, just freaking drop it. I used to do it because I didn't want my kids to come across my content one day and say, hey, what's the deal with Dad? He's freaking dropping F-bombs everywhere. So I use the word freak a lot, you know. But lately I'm just like, full expression, man. You know, let it out. Let it out. So Renee Woods is asking for a song. So let's see if I could pop something on for you real quick. 20-minute rant. Yeah, and guys, I do like to start the show with total positivity. But again, I'm just reflecting a lot on that 5 years of coal from YouTube. And I think it's kind of worn me out, you know. You never want to burn out in life. And I really wouldn't. Like I said, I'm rejuvenated by seeing people who are enjoying my content. I show up for you guys. So when I see you guys show up and you're here with me, it does give me the strength to keep going. And there are times when I'm like, I'm done. I'm just quitting. I can't do it again. I can't put another fire piece of content out there and see 35 views every day of my life. And even as we grow on YouTube, we're almost at 13,000, which is going to be huge for me. 13 is my favorite number. I can't wait to get to 13,000. I'm still seeing less than 100 views on everything I put out. 13,000 gets me 100 views, less than 100 views. And that just means that they don't even share me with my own subscribers. That less than 100 are people who are seeking me out. They want to see what Mark does. And I love you guys. Thank you for doing that. It means a lot. If you could do one follow-up thing, since you are doing that right now, if you could please hit the like, leave a comment, and if you know anybody, you could share it with your brother, you could share it with your sister, share it with a friend. Hey, it's this cool music, this cool song, you know, because I think that's how the show grows, is when people interact more and they share it and they tell people about it. And Joanna, thank you so much for sharing. She shares the content all the time. It means a lot. It really does, because, you know, it's going to be a group effort. It's going to take Joanna, it's going to take Mark Wages, it's going to take the people out there who already have a following to say, there's a guy here who's putting out a really, really great message of intent on a daily basis. And if you are going through things like drugs and you're trying to get off of drugs, or you're trying to find your way above it with some positivity in order to stay away from drugs or from alcohol, that's what this show is. This show is like, it's propel above anything. And yeah, I want to go grab that thing today, but you know what, Mark's on. Let me go and see if I can get something positive instead. And I don't talk about that much, but that's the intent here, is to rise above anything, to make it through anything. We could do it together, because I'll be back again. I'm coming back. I'm not going to see you next week or next year. I'm here every day. So when you need it, come get it. That's basically it. And the music, again, is the same thing. Every song comes out of the moment, so I can't control if it's upbeat, if it's mellow, or what's going to happen. But it's all live. Everything happens live in the moment. So let me play you something here, see if we can lift you up with a really positive song here. We've got tons. Let me see what we got. We played Santa's on the Run almost every day this week, just because it's, you know, it's a great song. All right, so let's play this one for you. I don't want to play that one. All right, I think we'll start off with something here that's got a little vibe to it. This is probably one of the coolest songs in the world, just because the music here is written at 432 hertz, which is a healing frequency. And everything in life is frequency and vibration. Everything. So if we can rise above and feel the most pure of energies, then we can really do something special in this world. So this one here will be on my next album. It's called Frequency and Vibration. Vibration, lift them up a level, yep, that's what you got to do to keep them on the level, yeah, keep them going higher and higher, yeah. frequency and vibration. Keep on lifting higher and higher. The frequency and vibration. You lift them higher and higher, yeah. With the frequency and vibration, yes. With the frequency and vibration. Frequency and vibration, yes. Lift him up. We lift him higher. Frequency and vibration. We got to lift each other up while we still got time, yeah. The frequency and vibration, yes. It's on you and me, yes it is. There's no vacation, no. We've been living in it, we got to break our way. The frequency and vibration, yes. We lift them up. Frequency, we lift them up with the frequency and vibration. Every day, the frequency and vibration. Get it? Nasty. That's just nasty right there. What? Now this is my favorite part of the song. Frequency and vibration. The frequency and vibration. Frequency and vibration. Frequency and vibration. The frequency and vibration. With the frequency and vibration, we lift them up. Lift them up with the frequency and vibration. We lift them up, get higher with the frequency and vibration. Lift them up, lift them up, lift the frequency and vibration. vibration. You guys can listen to that song anytime on my YouTube channel. I will be releasing it. It may be the title track of the next album. I don't know. It's such a good song. Everything here happens in the moment. That song was written live in the moment. You should head to YouTube, subscribe, because I'm going to write more music like that live in the moment. Every single night we do it. And this one I still have to get to. You gotta be you. You gotta be you. You gotta be you, people. You know what I'm saying? Find that uniqueness within and be it. Don't allow anybody around you to tell you what you're supposed to be, because you're not supposed to be anything but you. There's only one you in the history of time. No one's ever been as amazing as you. I mean, think about that. There's something that you possess no one in the history of time has ever had. And you're going to just go there and work a job, a 9 to 5, and just go and make your cash and go and buy what you want. Life's not about the material things. It's about that search for uniqueness. And when you find it, man, it's explosive. It's explosive. Frequency and vibration explosive. So thank you for listening to that, watching that song. You can head over to YouTube and subscribe, guys. If you do that, it means a lot, because I've been here for 1,821 days in a row. It's the longest running daily streak on the planet. And I'm contemplating ending it at the new year, at 5-year anniversary. I just don't know what the point. I don't have anybody covering it. Oh, wow, guys live every day for 5 years. No one gives a shit. So it's like, what am I doing it for? I'm doing it for these people who show up here every day. They're amazing. But it's also a huge impact on my actual life, because if I can't ever make a penny for this show, I can't spend the time I spend on it. I just can't. I got to make a living. I got kids eventually going to college. Then I'll be thinking back all this time I spent where I could be making money, and instead I'm trying to change the world, a world that doesn't want to be changed. So I appreciate you guys on TikTok. If you could head over to YouTube, it's Mark Inspires. It's a message of inspiration every day, live music and comedy. And it's been every day since December 31st, 2018. It's been hid from you. And there's a very good reason why. We don't have a script. We live in the very moment right here. And I think that is the goal of the world, is to distract you from this moment. They don't want you here with me. They don't want, not just me, but with anybody who can connect to the very moment that exists. Nothing else is real. The past happened. The future is something that we are hoping will take place, or maybe hoping doesn't take place. But the only thing that's real and exists is the second. And somehow forgetting about the rest of the world and being in this moment is a threat. That's the ultimate threat. But I love it. Man, I love being in this moment. It's so powerful. I just feel so much energy in it. I feel so much possibility and so much love. There's so much love in the moment. And it's an energy we could all connect on. You know, like if we're really out there trying to get to a higher level, a higher frequency, you need to dig into content that makes you feel something, and not a pit in your stomach in a negative way. You got to feel something great, something that inspires you to do something great yourself. That's why we love art. That's why we love music. It's because it inspires us to do things, right? So hope to see you when we do it again. I'm not sure if we'll be back later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. But this has definitely been a lot of fun to put this show on for you guys for this streak. And who knows? Maybe throughout the day, like it usually happens. I almost quit this show how many times? And then I just show up the next day. So there's probably a very good chance I'm going to keep doing that. This song right here I never released. It's called Lift Each Other Up. That's quite appropriate. Oh, I gotta throw this to the EQ. I could tell I didn't do that. This is some fire though. I remember this one. fading down under moonlight. The colors are changing right before my eyes. The people walking by in streaks, yes, they're moving too fast for me, yes. The time is flying by. The clock is ticking, yeah. The sand is dropping in the hourglass. We lift each other up. Oh, lift each other up. We lift each other up. Guys, that song I'm going to EQ. And I'm going to add more BeatSeat to it because it just needs underneath it. But lift each other up is a really good message. We need to do more of that. That's really what we do here every day. Celebrity rap battle? No, we can't watch that. It's just crazy, you know? Down in the Dirt. Everybody Knows. What a great song that one is. Everybody knows. Wake up. The distraction is real. That's the lines. It's such a freaking awesome song. All right, we got to listen to it just because the lyrics are sick. Sick. Oh, my goodness. You know what? First things first. We need something totally upbeat. This is the first song on my newest album. It's called Singularity. It's called Be Free. You can go to iTunes and type in Mark Pires. It's not Mark Inspires for my music. Mark Inspires is my stage name, I guess you would say. But it's because my name is Mark Pires. And there's basically like crazy inspiration going on here. So it's perfect. Here we go. Created May 5th, 2023, live in the moment. Sunny days will come and go. The rain will fall. Bring everything back to life. Make everything grow. But don't you know, if you don't allow life to bloom, will die. And don't you know, if you hold on to your truth, you will wither away. You got to be free. Let it be, let it be. So you must speak, you must sing, you must let it all out. Let it out, be free. You got to be free. Trash and leave it all behind. Don't spend too much time thinking about the past. Yeah, you can't push rewind. You got to live. Let it be, let it be. You gotta move forward, yeah. Get here to the moment. Let it be, let it be. You got to live. Let it be, let it be. You got to live.
get you when you're in your cocoon, yeah. You can blossom inside me, you'll be what you will, yeah. Don't stunt your growth, yeah. Nobody knows. You got to be free. Let it be, let it be. You got to be free. Let it be, let it be. You got to be free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got to be free. You got to be free. You gotta be free. Let it be free.
Good tune. Good tune. Oh, goodness, guys. I guess we did it, you know? Day 1,821 in a row. Aaron White, thank you so much for being here. Andrea O'Neill, I love it. Let me see who's here. I'm going to click over to the channel. If you guys can, I had actually one more idea, but I'll do this after the show. I got a news story I'm going to be creating for a piece of real estate from my town. It's a story about a really cool house from the town I sell real estate. So I was going to do that live and then just edit it afterwards, but I'll do that after the show. It's already getting pretty late here. Let's see. 43 minutes in. And I'd have to close down TikTok in order to do it. I got to open up my teleprompter app. I got a new app, so now I'm like giving you full news stories, not just like, hey guys, blah, 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 more at 9. Like, it's like real deal. You get the full article with the Mark Inspires newscaster approach. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, Hammerlin Jameson. Anyway, guys, I will catch up with you on the other side of things. If you can, leave a comment after the show. It helps us. And let me know what your favorite part of the show was. Let me see. I'm rolling in. I'm rolling in. I got Andrea O'Neill, Aaron White. If anybody else is out there doing a lurkaroo still, say hello now. Or forever hold your peace. At least until later when I come back for part 2. So I want to thank Joanna, who was here, and she may have had to run out. I want to thank Modoc Roughstock, my brother. Andrea O'Neill, thank you so much for your donation, by the way. And Renee Woods. Narve, so good to see you, Narda. And I just want to say, because I got your note here too, I know it's so, I wish I could somehow not let the negativity get to me as the ultimate positivity guy. It's just so hard, guys, when you do this every single day and you can't ever see a different result. No one in the world knows what's going on in my mind and in my heart when every day I show up and expect, and it's the same result. So it's hard. It's so hard. I am human. I don't have the ability to just be like, I don't care. I'm putting an effort out there. Every day I'm putting an effort out there. And efforts should have some sort of response. There should be some sort of interaction with effort. And so, man, I try my best, and I'll let it get to me. I hope you guys know that. I think, predominantly, if you think about how the show goes, it's a very, very, very small portion. Sometimes it's none, but sometimes I start thinking about it, and I'm looking down after I write a song or something. I'm like, where is the world that needed that song that was created live in the moment? They needed to see the journey of that song take place, not just hear the 5-minute version later, but the full 30-minute jam and all the different ideas that came out in that 30 minutes. That's what we do here nightly. So, but I am eternally a work in progress. So I will, Andrea, do my best to not pay attention to the lies around me and to not pay attention to all the negativity being freaking hurled at me on a daily. And it's not from the people, it's from the owners of the social media channels. They're all led by, I think, the devil. I'm pretty sure the devil's in charge. Like I've heard the devil rules the earth. I know that. And like people that can ask for things, the devil will give it to you. But you lose your soul, okay? And so that happens. That's a real thing. And then these people, I believe, who've given their souls up are like, sure, whatever you want, devil. You want me to put that guy in a hole? You want me to put that guy in a hole? No problem. Light, darkness. You know what I mean? And so it's very interesting because the ultimate goal I think, is that the devil gets us to believe God doesn't exist. And I could see a world where someone like me would say, well, God doesn't exist. I'm doing his mission. I'm here every day speaking the words of God. How do I know that? Because I live in the moment, and that's where God is. And so if songs are coming at you, if words of truth are coming at you, they're partially me, yes, but they're coming from something greater than me. So that I think is like amazing. I love the fact that I come out here with 0 every day. Just go live. And that it requires me to be here and be present. The present is the gift. It tells you the name. It's a present. So I think that's very interesting stuff. We have to start listening to the words we call, like what do we call things? The present. Okay, it's not just because it's the moment right here. It's because it's a present to be in the moment. It's a gift from God for you to break away from everything else that's being thrown at you and to keep you distracted and say, no. I am going to stay in the present. Yeah, Aaron knows there's definitely something going on there. So join me later. Join me tomorrow when we do this. Every day I'm doing an early show now because I got to imagine some of the people who watch the show at night for the last 5 years are like going to bed and they're not falling asleep, man. They're not falling asleep because we're sending so much positivity out there on a daily basis. But when do people really need that positivity? It's before they go into the day they're about to receive. They need it as they're driving their car on the way to work before they deal with Andrea from work and from Jill and Jonathan and all the stuff they're going to throw at them, all the work they have to put on their plate and they have to get done before 5 o'clock. And there's all this stress and that you're not staying present for because you got to jump through hoops, you know? But on the way, tuning it in while you're there at work and you just got some sort of horrible case that you have to, you know, and you got that pit where you're trying to figure out to yourself, like, how do I get this done? And you know, you just start. That's it. Just start. Anything that's a challenge in life, just start. Do one thing. You got to clean your room, just pick up one piece of clothing and start with that. Don't overwhelm yourself. Overwhelm yourself. Breaking news, the darkness is being removed by God currently. I'm not kidding. Verification that we are now officially in a golden light age. Narda, I hope so. I'm the freaking leader of it. We're still not seeing that, but yeah, I'm leading the golden age. I'm not golden light age for sure. I think it's funny too. Like, I don't say things like that because out of cockiness. I say it because of determination and because of stick-to-itiveness. I've been here for 1,821 days in a row, putting out positivity and trying to get us to see what's going on in the real world. So, you know, I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for that next stage when people are now open to positivity and connecting because I got a ton of content for you guys to connect to. I'm really hopeful because, and maybe that's why the push has been so disgusting the last 4 years to get us to do all these ridiculous things. You know what I mean? And to follow these insane rules and to shut people's speech down for saying the things that are true. Like they pulled down, I don't even know how many shows because I mentioned things about the CV. I had a doctor on for 16 hours. They pulled down those episodes and everything he said came true. In April 2020, everything he said came true. Dr. Richard M. Fleming. He became huge after he was on my show and he never looked back. I reached out to him one point. I was like, hey, do you want to come back on? And he's never responded to me. I kind of got that sense when he was on the show that he's just like, I was just like a stepping stone for him to try to see if he can get some content to use so he can get onto bigger shows. And then when he was on like Alex Jones or whatever it was like, yeah, he's never coming back on my show again, you know? But the 16 hours we did with Dr. Richard M. Fleming were so powerful and everything he said came true. Mark, the people who take it aren't going to stop it. The same people are going to die that take it or don't take it. Everything he said came true. And they pulled it all down. They pulled down words. It's a little frightening. That's why I'm really frightened, because if you allow them to do that now and you don't speak out, it's literally just a matter of time before all you hear is one thing and everybody else is in jail. They want to put people like me in jail for saying truthful things. I mean, look what happened to January 6th. All these people are in jail for protesting. I would say that it was a very, very positive protest, and they were there until the Capitol Police started shooting, tear gas and rubber bullets into the crowd. Go look at the real footage, guys. They're there having a good time until then. So wait, why did that happen? Nancy Pelosi. It's very simple. It's like when you step back and realize that after the second impeachment, they couldn't get him out, so COVID came out 2 days later. Literally 2 days later, we had that. Oh, well, the thing in China. 2 days after they couldn't get Trump out. Because they knew his numbers were so good, there's no way he's not going to get a second term. There used to be conversations about this. They're like, no president in history has ever had numbers like this, which are best numbers in history, and then lost their re-election campaign. The only way to do it is to destroy it all. And they did that. By the end of his term, you had people saying that he was terrible and that the way he handled COVID, it's like, how could he had 6 months to handle something that had never been, and all he heard was lies from the people in charge, just like we did. And it's like, okay. And then they talked about the plan that they had for us, and what plan was that? Division, 9 more shots that did nothing, and it's still here. The other day we went to pick someone up, and they were like, we got to wear masks to go in. I go, nope, I'll stay outside. I'm not putting a mask on ever again. And then I found out the reason that we had to wear masks is because everybody has COVID in there. Like, wait a minute. I thought you guys fixed it. I thought it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks until you get over the curve, So it's a crazy, crazy world, guys. It really is. Like, to know, and this is just one more little hilarity moment out of this entire situation we dealt with. To know that the people who gave the worst advice in history over the last 4 years now have control of every government in the world if there's another pandemic is a freaking mental situation. We gave control to the WHO. If there's anything else, they could decide, like martial law. Our Constitution is shot if the WHO decides to release something or China releases something into the world. That's what Joe Biden did. After they got it all wrong. They got it all wrong. And then you're like, yeah, here you go. You take control of our country. I'm done. Like what? Oh my goodness. Is that true? That's true, right? Didn't Biden sign that over? He signed over our constitutional rights, everything for every human in this nation, to the WHO. They have control of the world now. And they got it all wrong. Everything. Every single detail was wrong. In fact, I think they were in bed with China the whole time. You could tell because of the way they kind of protected them. And whether or not you think China's the reason that it was released, I'm pretty sure it was a combination effort where this thing has been out there for a while, and we released it because they needed to get rid of Trump. I know people say that's a conspiracy theory. Well, is it? Again, his numbers were the best in history, and they needed to make sure that he wasn't going to get a second term. And then you also fast forward. So then how did January 6th take place? They were offered extra police before the president of the United States signed it. And he said, hey, here's extra police so you can protect the Capitol. Nancy Pelosi said no. I call her that because everything she touches turns to poison. Nancy Pelosi. And she decided to say, we don't need more. The mayor sent back a letter saying, we don't want your assistance. We're good. So they should be the ones who are in jail. They should be the ones held responsible because the president wanted to have more protection there in the state capitol. And if you listen to the words the man spoke,
I know you're gonna go to have your voices peacefully be heard.
I'm sorry. I've never in the history of time heard someone say, I know you're going to have your voices be peacefully heard when you march down to the Capitol, and how that could ever be considered an insurrection. Oh, well, it's because of things he said before. Fuck you. I'm so sick of the horse shit. Words matter. That last speech he gave, there was no insurrection. I'm sorry. Oh, they just pulled me off the air. Oh, my goodness, for saying that. Oh, my goodness, on TikTok. Oh, man, that sucks. Live access removed. Oh, my goodness. Misinformation. Come on. Misinformation. In a global community, it is natural for people to have different opinions, but we seek to operate on a shared set of facts and reality. The lies. Oh my goodness. Let's read the rest of their stupid insanity here. Guys, can you believe that? What I was just saying was pulled down. Facts. Facts. Wow. Wow. Let's see what else it says here. We do not allow, what does this say here? Regardless of intent, false content that may cause significant harm to individuals or society, regardless of intent. Significant harm includes physical, psychological, or societal harm and property damage. These motherfuckers, are you kidding me? Proof. Proof. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? That the president said X, and then everybody did whatever, and then they did this and they called it something that it's not? That's misinformation. There's footage of the Capitol Police. That's not made up. That wasn't done in a Hollywood studio. But no, they have a shared set of facts. And those are the only ones that you could actually speak about. There was an insurrection. It was the worst day in history, guys. Pearl Harbor, 9/11. Nothing compared to the insurrection. Did you hear what he said when he was up there? He's like, guys, I know you're going to peacefully have your voices be heard. That's an insurrection right there. Did I say January 7th? January 6th? Yeah. Wow. Wow. You have live access removed. Live access removed. There we go. I'm going to appeal that. Because this is mental. So now I can't go live for a week on TikTok. I can't go live for a week on TikTok because I said truthful things. Yeah, Amy's right. Oh my goodness. I should. This is insane. I'm totally blown away right now. I really feel like I said things that were even more controversial earlier on in the feed, you know what I mean? Talking about the world and everything. But isn't it interesting that when you talk about that event, that's what they do? That proves to you how much of a lie it is. Because when people have an opinion about what they see with their eyes, they say this. We have a shared set. Hold on, what was it again? But we seek to operate on a shared set of facts and reality. You mean a shared set of words that you make up and consider facts. Misinformation. That word right there is a made-up word. It's a real word, but you guys decided to take the word fake news and say, you know what, let's call it misinformation. Let's shift it. Let's take that Trump word and shift it into our own word, misinformation. Let's give it to our people who are shifting one specific narrative, and then everything else goes into the misinformation category, and they get pulled. And that's what we have here, guys. That's what we have here. Look at that. I won't be able to go on until, this is January 2nd. Your access to go live and multi-guest will be restored on January 2nd. 7 days. 7 days. I think misinformation is a real word, but I think that the way that it's been portrayed now is like the fake news. The new fake news is misinformation, but it's controlled. It's controlled by them. So it used to be easy to just be like fake news. That's fake news. But now it's like, if they say the word is misinformation, you're done. They pull it down and you don't have any recourse because they could determine what the facts are. They determine the facts. They have, look, we seek to operate on a shared set of facts and reality. Shared, which means you can't speak outside of those shared set facts and reality. A bunch of horse crap. That's not shared. That is not shared. That's one point of view that they're pushing. Hold on, let's read that better. We seek to operate on one point of view. We seek to operate on a shared set of facts and reality. No. But we seek to operate on one point of view, our point of view. If you don't agree, we revoke your access for 7 days. That happened just now. Live on the air. If you guys don't think Mark Inspires is the most suppressed streamer on planet Earth after seeing that live right now in the moment, I got to question your ability to think. It's so nuts. It's not the first time that's happened either. Like, I get revoked a lot, you know. Shared between the owners. Exactly. Aaron nailed it. Yes. Andrea says this is so disturbing. There are terminated YouTube channels that just start another YouTube channel. That's probably what, I mean, I did start Mark Inspires TV, and I think we have 118 subscribers over there. I do put the show's live right there as well. We don't get many views over there either. I don't know if there's something with my IP address, and with anything I start from my main Google and then open up new channels if I'm still just in the hole. They're like, yeah, it's Mark, because I don't see much interaction on that channel. So I think in general, I may have just shot myself in the foot, guys, when I started the show and started speaking truth. I should just come out here and done what I did at the beginning, which is just positivity. Don't talk about anything else in the world. Just, guys, you could do better. You could be great. You can do the most amazing things. Just believe in yourself. And just stuck there, and maybe we wouldn't have been dealing with this. But unfortunately, I gotta let you know what I'm really feeling. And it's not just one thing. It's a lot of stuff. Ah, man. I can't believe TikTok just did that to me. I don't think I said anything bad there. I just said that the words he said don't gel with what they say happened. It's like, I know you're going to have to peacefully, peacefully must mean insurrect. I don't know. You guys have to tell me now. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah, see? Amy, right there. Another example. Words matter. And when someone's delivering hate speech or toxic speech, that I understand. Okay, we got to have a line. But if you go on X right now, all you hear is this vitriol and hatred towards everybody on the right. It's ridiculous. And it's all there because Elon allows it, which is fine. But the hatred, the hate speech that's going on a daily basis on X is not right towards left. It's not radical right-wing people. It's crazy center and left people who hate so much. There's so much hate coming out of their hearts. It's baffling to me. And I would say if you took 10 people, 5 were Republican, 5 were liberal, you would see that the conservative, the right people on the right, they want to have a conversation. They're willing to talk about anything. The ones on the left will kill you if they could. They will just get rid of you. Your voice, physically, whatever. You're a threat to them. They're afraid of words. It's such a counter of what they're called liberal, but not when it comes to speech, not when it comes to conversation and debate. There's nothing, the word is like completely the opposite. It's closed off, closed-minded. The most closed-minded people in the world are called liberal. It's like, what? That word needs to be changed. It's a lie. You're not liberal. If you were liberal, you'd be open to conversation. You'd be liberal with the debate. You wouldn't be shutting it down and canceling people. So we have to change the word. They're not liberal anymore. They're destructive. It's a destructive class of people. And there's a lot of them on the right too. So like, there's a group of people out there that are destructive. But I don't think the liberal word makes any sense anymore. Because they're not. They're not liberal at all. They're liberal with giving away our freedom. That's about it. It's a battlefield for sure. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Amy, I mean, I've been trying to post over on Twitter, on X. If you guys can follow me over there, it should be Mark Inspires, or Real Mark Pires, I think is my username there. But I drop all of my news stories. I drop, the show's live every day on X. No one sees it. That's why I know, I'm pretty sure that Elon Musk hasn't discovered this yet, but there's a file. There's files or whatever for all these people who they thought were a threat to democracy back then. And they're still there. They're still there. And I think Elon, the ones that had enough, like James Woods, the people who were out there were recognized as already successful, those people were let out right away when Elon started. But he didn't go the next step and release everybody. So everybody could have free reign to organic growth on Twitter. That is done. I'll put out something, I see no views, or like 7 views. I'm like, and I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter. But the point being, if it's truly a free platform, the stuff I'm putting out about the news or whatever is powerful, and it would start to be seen and grow if there was some sort of organic growth, or if there was no restrictions on my account. So another one of my, somebody who has found me over there is really cool. She goes, yeah, I feel it too. I say a lot of things that are conservative and they don't let anything out. And it's like, so she must have at some point as well been thrown into the hole with me, you know? But this is the world we live in. There's nothing I can do to change it. I mean, clearly I show up every day like, okay, blah, 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 and it still doesn't matter. So I just got booted. I just got freaking pulled down from TikTok live on the air with you guys. Live access revoked for the next 7 days for saying the truth. That should be everything right there. I'm gonna clip that. You're right. I have to clip that out. Yeah, Trump probably doesn't care either way. Alex Jones just got released on X. I saw that. You know, that's a guy too. He messed up with the shooting right near me actually here in Connecticut. But he messed up the Newtown shooting, and he's like up against it. But I mean, people make mistakes. That was horrible. That was horrible. But if you look back at his track record, some of the things he has been able to see coming have been spot on. It's like you can't always be right, but you don't go to that extent where you call things fake. There are family members who are like, I mean, that's messed up. They lost their children, and then you're saying it's not real. Like that's messed up. Shouldn't have gone there on that. But if you look at his other predictions, his prophecies, so to speak, a lot of them came true or come true. So I got to say that was horrible. It was egregious, the behavior, but you got to give people another chance. And like I said, everything else he said is. It's pretty much he's done the research and he was pretty much accurate on it. So I think he was led down the wrong path. You know what it was? That whole shooting, and for the shootings for a while, there were like they'd bring people in, actors. Not that it wasn't real, but just to build more suspense and more like fear into the world. And so this kid who's on like 5 different shootings was there. He was interviewed. And he was also in Florida, and says, why was that guy there? So I think for Alex to see that, he's like, well, this must be fake. Look, they got a guy who's an actor. He's a crisis actor. But he was wrong. Yeah, there was a crisis actor. He should have realized what it was, is the event took place. It was terrible, but they needed to make it as terrible as possible through the news. They needed to create as much fear as possible in the schools and everywhere else by having a couple crisis actors really build up that fear. But it wasn't because it was fake. And that's the thing I think he got way wrong. But again, he should have an opportunity to speak. He should have an opportunity to have an X. Everybody should be able to speak without being ripped off of a platform. You have a finger for a reason. I still don't understand why they pull people down. If you don't like it, you just scroll. I used to just change channels in my remote control. I don't like that. I'm going to move on to the next channel. That's what we have to start doing again, is not complaining and feeling like we have to be the ones who pull down that creative content and be the one who says, I just don't like it. I'm moving on to the next stream. So I hope we can start living that way. Unfortunately, these social media platforms have given too much power to the viewers who aren't creative and don't create. The creators should be the ones who have that power, and that's it. I'll pull my own content down. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, whatever, But the idea that they're pulling down content, I get misinformation stuff all the time for telling a news story. That's over my head. Over my head. I'm reading a news story. Now I'm doing the full news, but before that, I would literally just read the news story over my head and say, guys, what do you think? Leave a comment below. And they would pull that down and call it misinformation. I'm like, guys, this is a NBC news story. This is a BBC news story. But it doesn't fit their narrative. And again, they have a shared set of facts and reality that they want us to go by here. It's not even a set, just one reality, their reality. That's why, guys, you missed this. I put it out as a short earlier. Actually, I should play it for you real quick. I want you guys to see this because this is straight up fire. And it's not the whole thing. This is actually part of a 35-minute, really powerful rant of positivity on how to rise above during the holiday season. And I put this out. I don't know if it's going to have any views. It doesn't look like it has any views yet. Thank you, YouTube, you bunch of a-holes. Let's see. Yeah, Nobody's seen it yet. That's so freaking hilarious. You'll see why. You'll see why I didn't want you to hear this message and why there's 0 views. I put it up right before the show. Listen to this. I'm giving you the link so you guys can please go click it and like it and then leave a quick comment underneath after you see this. Check this out and tell me I'm not crazy. You may say this is a really, I probably shouldn't have gone there on this one, but I still think I did need to say this and need to show this. This is very important stuff. Come on. We got it going here? Yeah. Okay. So, where's the volume? Why is that not working? Oh, I know why. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Nope, that didn't work either. All right, I don't know why that's not working. Let's try this one. I don't know why this isn't. I'm not getting any audio. All right, guys, just do me a favor. Click that link if you can. The bottom line is it's a speech about how we all, as humanity, are on the back of the bus right now. It's like we're not worthy to be sitting in the front. Go watch it. It's very powerful stuff. And I know some people say, well, that's a really crass thing for you to try to make a parallel to. But it is very, very similar. The way that the black African-American race was treated was horrendous. And it's not to the point where they're like in the streets type of stuff, but it's more of a mental warfare thing, like we were saying, Amy was saying. It's mental warfare. And they want to beat us into oblivion. And they want us to stay at the back of the bus, and we can't be a part of whatever they're doing. They're doing this with the minuet, whatever it's called. They're moving around all these strings, and we're not allowed to go up there and cut strings. We're not allowed to go over there and move things. We're not allowed to question what they're doing. We just have to sit at the back of the bus, and then when they say we can exit, we can exit. That's it. And when you get on, don't even look at the seats at the front. Don't even look at them. You just go blinders. You're just walking straight to the back of the bus. That's where you and me have to stay. No one's welcome above. Not anymore. So I didn't say it as well as I did in that bit. Please go watch it. Oh, goodness. 3 times the charm. Oh, goodness. Pamela in the house. Guys, tomorrow or later, I'll be back probably late night for a second message. Hopefully TikTok allows the show back on after that BS. Unbelievable. Twilight Zone indeed, people. Twilight Zone indeed. Like, I still can't get over that. Saying what I said, it's so true. And then they pulled it down. It's like, oh my goodness. Andrea's right. I got to clip that so you guys can see it take place. Completely nuts. How do I switch accounts here? Marionette. Yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Poorly. Why can't I get back to the right channel? Oh, no, here we are. Okay. How do I get there? View your channel. There we go. Oh, we're live right now, aren't we? So I'm going to say goodnight to you guys again. Thank you for being here with me. Amy WC in the house. Joanna Maynard back in full effect. You rock, Joanna. Pamela Swan, Virginia. Anybody else that may be out there, please do me a favor and leave a comment right after we're done here. Just go to the bottom and say, hey, Mark, or anything. That may get us some more viewers. You never know. But I'm pretty certain if you don't and you just leave, it's going to be the same thing every single day. So maybe we can... nothing that you guys are going to do is going to change anything, but I appreciate the comments. I do my best to respond to you. So thank you for interacting with the show. I will be back tonight, and I intend to drop more shorts for you throughout the day today. And TikTok, screw you. Can't believe you guys did that to me today. What's interesting is you got to think that if TikTok did that, because someone's listening in, if TikTok did that, YouTube, someone said AI, YouTube, Narda maybe, was like YouTube, X, all the other platforms I'm live on right now, heard those same words. I may go over and find out that Facebook pulled me off the air. Let's actually check, because I'm on Facebook right now as well. Let's check. No, we're still live on Facebook. Thank goodness. Not surprised. I would be surprised. Because they really don't share the show with anybody on Facebook anyway, so I'm like, okay. But this was weird. TikTok, man. They're like the worst platform when it comes down to censorship, though, by the way. They allow you to talk about a lot of stuff, but if it's the things that they don't want you to talk about, they pull it down immediately. And then they stop sharing your content with people for a while. So now that's the other thing I'm up against. Because they pulled me off the air for that, now they consider me something because I spoke about that one event and said how I felt about it based on video evidence. And now they are going to limit me from being seen for anything I put out for who knows how long. That's really messed up. Everything, it's like this social credit score on TikTok. Oh, you did that, now you're down here again. So even though you have 26,000 followers on TikTok, now we're going to pretend you have 500. The algorithms are really messed up out there, guys. Allow people to speak. Allow conversations to be had. If you're not hiding anything, then you won't hide people. If you're not hiding anything, then you won't pull people down for saying things that you don't think are true. But when you pull them down, we all know they're true. We all know that you're full of it. And you're trying to create one narrative. It's not one set reality, and it's one voice, one message, and anything else is considered misinformation. I don't know, guys. You tell me, is life just black and white? Is life black and white? There's just one answer to everything? Right there, you know you're being lied to. So, until tomorrow, fam and friends, I appreciate you. And I say tomorrow because it's midday. I'm used to doing a night show. It is morning still, or not anymore. We're right about to hit midday. I will see you tonight. Make sure you do your best to bring some positivity into this world, and please leave a comment after the show. I love you guys. Have a great day. You got to go away. You got to go away. You got to go away.